Hanging out, everybody. How you doing? We're going to try using our YouTube program here, and we'll get back to you in just a second. And finally it was clear to me why these bastards lie. And finally it was clear to me about the reasons why. It's all about control, you know, to get inside your head. It's all about the money too. They got an awful lot of bread. $50 million, man. What could you do with that? That's what NASA gets a day, to hide the earth is flat. You see, if they can get you to believe that you're on a spinning ball, well, things like God and creation just make no sense at all. It all explains the nothing right with their theory of Big Bang. It's true satanic mind control from the Freemasonic gang. You see, it's only Freemasons that get to go to space. They're the evil bastards who will lie to your face. Yeah, NASA's pretty evil, man. The whole thing is such a fraud. The only reason they exist is to hide a loving God. Oh, NASA's faking everything that you've ever seen. NASA's lying to the moon they've never been. Indeed, my friend, their lives comes there for you to see. Just take some time to get you in the trip will set you free. Yeah, NASA's pretty evil, man. They're a lying scumbag. Take some time, man. Look into it. I did. And my mind is completely blown. Truth will set you free. A friend of mine once told me to do a search online. Search for photos of Earth, he said. This shit will blow your mind. So I opened up the Google and looked for photos of Earth. Well, a lot of photos came up. He said, click on the first. Okay. He said, that's the famous. All right, everybody. So I am unable to use my YouTube channel right now. What I'm going to do is die print this onto my iPad case, and of course I can put this on an iPhone case, a Samsung case, but I wanted to print this because we're getting ready to go flat earthing this season. On the back of my iPad I have, of course, in vinyl, but this is not protective enough to take out without me dropping it, so that is a definite. Let me just pull up on my iPad what I'm looking for here. Because I thought the blue marble was a photo all this time. Well, don't you think that's strange? He said suspiciously. Well, the fact that it ain't a photo. All right, so we're going to pre-warm our iPad cases. This is a polyester iPad case. And I do apologize, over the last few days I have not made a lot of videos at all. I've just kind of been in the, you know, part of life where you're like, man, it's been a rough walk. But we're out of that walk. That season of life has passed. And so I have to get up and move around, and such is life, and that's just what we have to do. So once again, this is an iPad case. And of course what you do anytime you sublimate onto polyester, you die print onto polyester, you want to use your tape roll and get all the little fibers off, because if you don't, you're going to have leftover fiber on your device. Now all I'm going to do is just
heat treat this a little, not preheat it, I mean, I'm just going to preheat it and then we'll get to printing. And then I'll put it on here, but we definitely want to preheat this thing a bit. And I want to set my pressure correctly. Here's a bunch of cartoon balls.
Now we're supposed to have this telescope, right? That's flying past the stars.
What's that at? Pressure 3. I'll need to go a little bit more pressure on that. And then I'm at that pressure 5. I want a little more pressure because this is a beautiful image. That's about a 7, so that'll work. And it seems like I might be a few more seconds. Let me get that on there for about, I don't know, 10 seconds or so, and then I'll put that on there. And then we'll go for a full minute. And I'll bring the camera right over here so you can see what we're doing. And again, I'm just trying out my YouTube channel. I've never really used it to go live. So what we're doing is we're taking this, and this is printed in mirror image. I think it's a very cool logo. I spent a little while drawing it and drafting it. So let's see how this works. And then we'll get this put on, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. The one thing I want to do is remember we're printing this backwards and in reverse, so that when I'm looking at this and you're standing in front of me and I have my iPad up, and it's going to look like this, you know. I have my iPad up in this position. The back will be ready to go and ready to sublimate. So, or sorry, ready to show after I sublimate it. So let's get this put on here. And then we're going to go ahead and start the press. And I think that that's going to be right around the edge where I wanted it there. Perfect. And then what I want to do now is take a look at this. I might have to flip it over for just a second, just to kind of get an eyeball on it. That's all I have to do there. Okay. And then I got to remember how I'm holding this up. So I'll be holding it like this and then lifting it up. So it does need to sit this way. And then I'm going to use my light here to adjust my point. And it looks like that's my area that I want to work with. And that's going to look incredible. All right. And the only thing I need back here now is my heat tape. And my heat tape might be back here, I would think. I was just using it earlier. My office got moved around sort of a little earlier. To the moon. No, it's right there. Ha. All right. I'm just going to put that here and flip this over. And then we're going to go ahead and heat tape this on. And I'll just put that right there on the rubber band. And then I'll use one more piece. And I'll use one more, I guess. Because when I go to pick this up, I don't want it to move at all. But It should now be perfectly set on there so that I can lift it up, and then we'll pull the camera back over here. And we're at 400 degrees, and we're going to go for 60 full seconds. And now I don't need to worry about using this. The only thing we want to do now is lock that thing on for a minute.
Well, do you still believe we went to the moon? Do you still believe what they're telling you? Just connect the dots and pretty soon you'll find out what I found.
All right, so 60 seconds and that'll be done. We didn't go to the moon. What are we at now? 36 seconds? All right, so we're done. Let's take a look at it. Oh, that's going to look beautiful. All right, so let's see if there's a way that I can get my flash on here. And I'm sorry, I cannot figure out how to do it. Just try to lift this up if we can, and that'll give us some more light. And I'm about 15 degrees higher than I wanted to be. But I'm going to just take this apart and... Oh, that's incredible. Now, I've had this probably for 6 or 7, I don't know, since it's a beautiful little piece. And that's die sub, so it's not going anywhere. And I'll show you what it's going to do now. We'll open this up, open that up, take this out. And that's pretty much, you know, treated in there. I just want to let it cool before I go putting my iPad in there because that's still really hot, and so it could technically damage my iPad being in there. But just let you take a look at that. That's really cool, people. I've had that a very long time. And very cool little device to carry around. You know, I may not want to carry that when I'm going to do a sales appointment or something, you know, for my printing business, but that is very cool to take out while we're flat earthing. That can be printed on a shirt. It can be printed on so many things. It can go on an iPhone case, you know, one of our cups or mugs. That's just what's so fun about that image there. It's a very cool image. And I can change the words to say anything you want in there. You can truly have some fun with that as well. Yep. All right, so that's my iPad case. And it's probably a little cool now. Very cool. Good, good, good. And it's still a little warm, so we definitely want to make sure and I think it opens from the side over here and it just goes in. That's kind of cool. Is this the right way? I think so. Sure is. So there you go. Let me put my code in. And it's not that hot anymore at all. So my power button is reachable. This also has a it has a latching cord, and I do like that it's got a stand. You know, the cool thing is it's got the latching cord so that when you carry it, I want to make sure it's not too hot. It's a nice little wallet, and there is a cord right here. Because if you're me, you're always carrying your iPad around and you want it protected. There you go. That's kind of cool. And then when you want to close the iPad around the front, you got your iPad closed just like that. Got your little hand device that you can hold it with, wrap it around your hand. That's cool. I've had that forever and I just never really burned it. And I could have put all kinds of stuff in there, you know, that I wanted, but I have so many of those that are ready to go. And that's in an iPad case or a Samsung case. Pretty cool, huh? It's just old. I've had it forever.
There's more in there.
Huh?
More in there.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a bunch of them, but, you know, I've just had this forever, and I've carried it around. I've used it all over. I've used it before I even printed it on it, or printed on it. So that's pretty cool. Now,
iPad in there?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that big strap in there.
I do.
That's just you. It kind of ruined the image.
What strap? This?
Like when you go to take this here,
Yeah.
and go like this, it covers the image.
Well, it's not supposed to do that. What it does is it makes sure that the iPad locks into the case. And so when you're carrying it like this, it's locked. So it's not going to fall anywhere. Well, this is our YouTube channel. I've never used it to go live. So I'm testing it out to see how everything's working here. And it's pretty fun, you know. I've never gone live on YouTube. I don't think I ever have. All right.
Look out. Yeah, there, man. Can you drink?
What?
The mini.
Don't get in the box there. Back up.
I'm not.
Phrase. Close the box and put a NASA Live shirt on. If you go in there, get a NASA Live shirt.
Hi, Brian.
Wow. All right, so this one's going just hanging out with everybody, man. This is some orange that we just got in, so we can do our Harley shirts. That'll be fun. Bring it over here. You look like a candy cane.
She got the box, man.
Yeah, that's fun. Praise, what are you digging through? Do you have any idea what you're digging through?
I'm just looking. It seems weird.
You're just looking.
Looks like the Chinese scrolls.
No, here.
Manu's on the box, and I can't do it.
Yeah, he's like, that's my box. That's mine. All right, watch out. This is on. And then I'm going to...
You should try to do like Wii controllers or gaming systems.
Like a what?
The gaming systems, controllers and all that.
Why would I do that?
People who play gaming systems, they're flat earthers.
I'm going to show you what I'm going to make. I'm going to make some washcloths. It's only there in your imagination.
30 people.
All right, everybody. So I'm going to be dyeing. I'm going to dye some of these microfiber washing cloths. These are very cool for cleaning your screens. And so we're going to get these dyed. These are going to be very awesome. And I'm going to do a couple of these in some different logos, like the Burger King logo, the Taco Bell logo.
Stop.
And stop what?
Stop sign.
Stop sign? Yeah, we could do a stop sign.
Send that out to the free lunch letter. Yeah, student free lunch.
Alright, so now I'm going to load the SG800.
Look at me.
And over the next few weeks, everybody, we'll be doing more printing on the Oki 8432. We'll be doing more printing on the SG800 and more printing on the vinyl system, and then we'll do some printing on screen printing and direct-to-garment printing here soon, once it gets a little bit warmer, and we can do some printing out in the garage.
Don't hit Manny.
I'm not going to hit Manny. What are these measured? Praise, I want you to come measure the square that we're looking at, and then we're going to put a couple of them on things. Now you want to use the ruler in the back. Praise is going to show us some math.
Working on the grind every day.
All right, so all you have to do is measure from top to bottom, and it's a square. No, you want to start from this end here. What is that, 10.5? Okay, it's a 10.5-inch square. All right, so we're just going to bring the camera over here for a moment, and I'm going to load this 10.5-inch square into my print monitor. What are you doing over there, brother? Take a hard look at the next spacewalk and tell me if you can see bubbles at all. We're watching your back.
He's always so weird.
Huh?
He's so weird.
Who is?
The texture of these.
Oh, you don't like, they give you chills or what?
Yeah. Ooh.
Heather, come hang out. At least for a few minutes. Camera's on Prey, so it won't go behind me, so you're alright. No, you're not to the human race.
You have to send out the shirt.
Yeah, I've got that one going out tomorrow.
Too much stuff you don't know what to do yourself.
Take a good look at the whole damn thing. These lying bastards are just puppets on a string. It's not a big science fiction puppet show. The game's up, assholes, cause we all know. Thanks for the show, NASA. It's been a blast. Now take your fake station and shove it up your...
Dang.
All you're watching is a puppet show.
I thought he was going to say something bad.
Do what?
Shove up your... Okay. We all thought he was going to do it.
Alright, so this one, this rag, I guess I don't need to, you know, I mean, I could do it in several ways. We could print the whole size or just make it an 8.5
I think an 8.5
inch circle.
would be fine.
Yeah, so it doesn't take up the whole thing. I think you're right.
You're doing 8.5.
What is that all about?
Lucian, the sweet pie. Had a kitty cat going nuts. You got all these over here.
What are they? Yeah, I don't want to use all those right now. Horizontal with grid inches. That's
You got
right.
cups and plates at the wazoo.
Good. Oh yes, we need to work on that. But as for now, I just want to burn this in a.
Maybe Sister Heather can do inventory. I don't think we know what we.
Screen screwed up.
We
This
have.
makes no sense. I'm gonna have to shut this down and start again and figure out what's going on. Praise, open that door right there and then turn off that overhead light.
You want to go up? Maybe you can. Go on.
These will be pretty cool little
Okay.
horizontal. Wow.
If Dad can print me a phone case, I'll wear the shirt to school.
You'll what?
Okay.
I said if you can get my phone case from my Samsung, I'll buy the case, in the case, I'll wear your shirt to school.
My shirt?
One of your shirts, flutter shirts.
Why don't you make your own?
Because they don't know how to, and I'll probably race.
Well, you don't know how to. You hang out here at print school, and you're telling me you don't know how to. I don't comprehend what you just said.
80.
Yeah, I'm a little kind of what? All right, so let me see what's going on here and why my creative studio is completely jacked up.
The haters of the flat earth got to it.
The haters of the flat earth got to it. Right now we have a couple people liking us.
And don't forget to.
Hello, Daniel. Hello, Tom. Hello, Flat Earth for All. We're checking out our new YouTube channel for live streaming. Live streaming, and then let's go.
You can make Sister Heather some socks.
Yeah, dude, totally.
Right here, with the last pair.
There, we've got a bunch of pairs in there.
Man.
Man, oh my God. Man, get back in here. Man, get back in here. Shoot. With the snap of your finger.
Alright, now we can launch our studio.
You have
That
two
was
extra
crazy.
large.
Hey, those go out to a customer. I'm gonna get those done probably early in the morning. I mean, good tonight. I just have to bring the press down. Well, if I turn it off, I can get it done. There you go. Turn off the press. Go to, goes to 350 and start the print.
While they're standing in the welfare
Ah, see, my grid is back. There you go.
crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the uncommon lives, sitting around waiting for a promotion.
You guys have inventory of what you have?
Mm-hmm. Talking about red.
Not on your website. What you
Great,
have?
I need you just to be quiet and let me think, but, yes. You can take it all you want.
Get what's
What do we have here? 6 inches?
No, I'm good.
Poor people gonna rather
6 inches by
take their
6 inches.
share.
You thought you wanted 8.
Huh?
I thought you
What's
wanted 8.
Don't you know you better
It's a great song, dude. That's the Flat Earth Man.
'Cause finally the table is starting to turn. Talking about a revolution, oh no. 'Cause finally the
guys want to see what we're watching over here?
Talking about a revolution. Oh, while they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time.
Hold on just a second.
Sitting
I
around,
need my other hand here.
waiting for a promotion. Don't you
Hold that
know?
for your father.
Yeah.
Talking about
Or just,
a
we
revolution.
can take this right over here. Okay.
Poor people gonna rise up.
Like I just focus right there so they can watch and then we can print.
Poor people gonna rise up.